Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Puck Drops here. Peter Five, of course, here, ready to stream away and broadcast another great uh, hockey game for you. We've got the Vancouver Canucks in their final game hosting Montreal at home. Hey, Josh, how are you? They will have 3 more games at home against Ottawa, who are finishing their homestand tonight with a third game against Winnipeg. Jets looking for their third straight win, and the Jets, of course, made that huge trade today, trading Roslovic and Laine for Pierre-Luc Dubois, and a third-round selection that will be picked tomorrow. Well, be picked tomorrow. Picked in the next draft. Oh, my God. And Winnipeg will do good with that draft pick. Hello, Sleeping Angels. Game 1 of the final today? Oh, congratulations. Hope you won. Josh Ravens 8 plays in a men's hockey league. So that's what he's talking about. But hopefully, anyway, I think the Jets will be good with Luc Dubois, whatever the third pick becomes, and they actually will do a lot better than people think. But at the same time, the winner is Columbus of that trade. Definite winner to get some offense, some scoring potential, and some good third line depth. The only thing is they are now missing a consistent center, Eugene Foligno. So never mind that, though. If you want to hear more on my take on that, you can listen to my radio show, 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair on iHeartRadio app, which airs at 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday. Nice, congrats. We're in Canada. We're Vancouver for a few minutes where they'll drop the puck right now. Ron McLean, one of the greatest broadcasters in history of sports and commentators, is right now just getting ready to set the stage here in Vancouver. Puck drop in about 8:45. If you don't mind, I will be eating some dinner while we wait. Yes, this should absolutely be a good game. McEwen is going to be playing instead of Gaudette today. Myers will also be playing. Myers will also be playing for Vancouver. He did not get suspended. As I said, a lot of Canucks fans thought that was a suspendable hit and thought that was an illegal hit. I think there should have been no penalty, but he gets ejected from the game, but no suspension, no fine today. He will be starting tonight against the Canadiens. I will not be broadcasting go Caps. Go Caps. They're just talking about Myers and everything, and that good call by the league, I'll say. Josh, let me ask you a question. Do you think that was a good call? Oh, God. Do you think that was a good call to the game? Let's give me 1 second. Keys to the game. The Canucks have to shoot the puck early and often. No penalties isn't bad. Aren't that bad, especially at home. That's not the worst thing in the world. No turnovers, and you've got to establish efficient zone time for the Canucks. 6-3 Canucks. That's my goal. Also, I've been surprised that the Canadiens aren't a typical offensive team. Like, you know what Edmonton's going to do. You have a good idea of what Calgary's going to do on offense. And without Laine, we don't know. But before Laine was traded, you knew Winnipeg. You didn't really know how this offense was going to run in Montreal. Vancouver, of course. But this Montreal Canadiens team is they can fly. But they don't do it in a prototypical thought. Corey Perry has his Canadiens gear on, not like his jersey, but he's got a hat on, he's got his little sweatshirt and everything. And Corey Perry, who will probably be replacing Joel Armia, who is out for a concussion on the Myers hit, he'll be playing today. Who's starting in goal? I would all but assume Braden Holtby for the Canucks. And for the Canadiens, I think they might go with Jake Allen again. I think they would go with Jake Allen so they can start Carey Price for their home opener against the Flames. 5-2 Canucks. Okay. And Brian Burke agrees with me that was a hit up. It's a hit up high. Look, the Myers hit, and again, I talked about this on my radio show today. It's a hit up high. Yeah, it doesn't look great, but he doesn't hit him he doesn't even hit him in the head. He hits some top. I only like the Canucks because of Holtby. Yeah, Braden is amazing. I told you a story. I met him. Braden's awesome. What an awesome man and a great hockey player too. But yeah, Myers, we talked about that too. They talked about sizes. Myers hit him up high in the chest. He went down to get a concussion. No, that's too bad. This is a guy that knows him well. It was an aggressive hit, but it was not a malicious hit. Look at his size. He's 6'7". Tyler Myers is, no, not 6'7", excuse me, 6'9", I believe. Is it 6'9" or 6'7"? Let me look at it again because I looked it up today. Tyler Myers is 6'8", 229 pounds versus a 6'3", 213-pounder. That's a big difference. No, it's not on American television. I thought it would have been on American television, but it's not. But I'm on the NHL. I'm on the NHL TV, so I'm watching it on basically it's CBC. But I'm watching on the NHL TV National Canadian. But it's not on American TV for me. I don't think there's any games today that are on. There's only one game actually. There's only one game that's on American TV, and this is the funny thing with America is the United States. They'll have Wednesdays and Sundays are the big days. Sometimes a Friday where they'll have national televised games, or at least like a NBCSN, not NBC games. Saturday has always been Hockey Night in Canada, always been the glory day, but Saturday never did hockey, especially because as you've learned, Josh, the first 2 to 3 months of hockey, normally October to like January, Saturdays are for college football. So all of the primetime stuff gets debunked there. But even now, there's no real games on Saturday. There's only one game that's not on NHL TV that's nationally that you can find, and that's not on a local TV, and that's Philadelphia and the Bruins, and that's on NHL Network, which isn't even just like whatever. Yes, you will be ahead. My friend is actually at my friend's parents have like a beach house, and it's down in South Jersey, close to Philly. So He's and my friend Josh, it's Tommy. He went down to the beach house, and it's been South Jersey. He lives in North Jersey, so they don't. So they get the NHL Network, but they also get NBC Sports Philadelphia, so you can watch the Flyers game that way. But there's like nothing else. In fact, there's only one other game today playing that hasn't been played already that involves American teams besides the Philadelphia-Boston game, and that's St. Louis and LA. That starts at 8 o'clock Eastern, and that's on – well, there was supposed to be another one as well. It was supposed to start at either 7 or 7:30 between Florida and Carolina, but that got suspended because of Carolina, with COVID. So that game's just going to be on Fox Sports Mountain West – Northwest or not Mountain West or whatever it's called, Midwest for the Blues, and Fox Sports West for the Kings. So, but I can watch everything because I have NHL TV. Oh, the Ottawa-Winnipeg game is. Oh, I was wrong. The Ottawa-Winnipeg game is also on NHL Network. But again, not everybody has NHL Network, so it's not really national. Because I know. I Sleeping Angels, if you're a Chicago Blackhawks fan, I'm going to be streaming that game tomorrow. So you can watch that game tomorrow on the stream if you'd like. It's going to be Carey Price versus Braden Holtby. And that's on because it's Chicago, Detroit, and it's on Sunday. It's always national television. They always have on Sunday. I think John Forslund will be doing the game. It would have been Doc if he didn't retire. So I'll be streaming that game. That game will be awesome. I know. I know, Josh. Saturday's been the hockey day for, oh my God, what, 60 years? 60, 70 years? It's been, Hockey Night in Canada has been Saturday night, usually starting at 7 Eastern on the East Coast for like Toronto games since like the original 6 started, right? It must have been there for a long time. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be doing that. I'll have a triple header for a long time tomorrow. Not all hockey. Start with the Red Wings and the Blackhawks. Then we're going to go to the AFC Championship game in football between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers, and then we're going to conclude with the AFC title championship game between the Chiefs and the Bills. I have Fubo TV or Fubo TV, however you say it. That's how I get NHL Network because my parents' cable doesn't have NHL Network either. All right, first game I get to watch with Fall with Jim Hugson doing the broadcasting, one of the great broadcasters in our sport, and the puck to drop in his hometown, well, just outside his hometown and just outside Steve Eisman's hometown, here in Vancouver, in Josh's hometown, Ravens 8. The Canucks and the Canadiens. The final of 3 at home. I believe the next game these two teams will play will be at the Bell Center. Vancouver will meet next week against, just so you know, for teams that will be streaming next week, the Devils will be playing the Flyers next week. The Red Wings will play the Stars, and the Canucks will play Ottawa. I think I've got fans in the building, or at least there's just like 2 fans. Oh, it wasn't necessarily fans. It was, what's it called? Health workers for COVID. Here we go. We are ready. Flyers and Bruins are already 6 minutes in, but face-off's underway, and it's won by the Habs. Horvat will start for the Canucks. Kevin Pollock, Graham Skilter, the referee for the games. David Bressois and Michael Cormier, the referee, the 2 linesmen, French-Canadian linesmen, for this game as well. This is shelved down the boards for Vancouver and back behind Carey Price. Second and 4 nights that Carey Price is playing. against the Canucks. We'll see if he will start the first game at home against Calgary when they come to Montreal. Back at the Canadiens bench. Hey, GDD Games. I have that on my phone as well. I'm looking at the score on my phone. It goes back in behind over for Jordy Ben, who is here. He missed a lot of time. I believe this is his first game in this regular season. Here's Ben. This season, Ben still off the backhander. Brother of Jamie, who had a good night last night against the Nashville Predators as that puck careened off of Holtby. Back for Petrie. Petrie off the boards, shoots in, glove down by Tyler Myers. Mott shot off the boards, and here's the Canucks forecheck. The Canucks never trailed in the first game against they trailed once against Montreal in the first game. They never led in the second game. An astounding loss 6-3 over against the Canadiens. Canucks back to center. Moving over, and there's the puck to go back to Price. Corey Perry will be playing his first game as a Hab tonight, as it's almost intercepted away. Here's the big Zach McEwen. A hit by McEwen, and then here's Hoglander with Roussel and McEwen. Lehkonen got it on away. Here's Edler. Edler, a shot up high, blocked, and defensive depth was the problem, or the lack of it thereof, in the second game against Montreal. But Edler and Ben back will help the Canucks in this game. Off of the lift logo and behind the net, they were Schmidt. Backhands it off the boards and deflected back through to center, and this puck flies out of play. I do like your PFP. That's cool. What do I think about the Pierre-Luc Dubois trade? I think that it heavily favors the Columbus Blue Jackets, but the Winnipeg Jets did get some assets out of it. I think Luc Dubois will play very well in Winnipeg. I think he's going to love it there. He'll match up well. And the third-round pick, we'll see what that becomes. But the Blue Jackets needed offense. They get a huge boost with Patrick Laine, and then the other player that they got, we were able to do well there as Pettersson tries to dangle, and it popped off his stick. The only problem with Columbus there, though, is that they still are needing a top-line center, and I don't believe Nick Foligno is a top number one center in the National Hockey League. He's a number two for sure, but not a top number one, so Luc Dubois could have become that, but they get more offense, but they're still searching for a top center in Columbus. Offside against Pettersson. Thank you for the 4 likes this quickly. And we got a fight. We got a fight at center. Tyler Myers with Joel Edmondson because he's not happy, remember, from the Armia hit. And Myers was not suspended. Here's 2 by Edmondson. Myers tries to get some fists over to Edmondson. Edmondson has him down low. Myers squares up. Gets a punch to the face and another one uppercut. Myers goes back at the Vancouver bench. Demko watching. Here's Myers down. Myers gets taken down by Edmondson, and then he's still going. Edmondson putting 2 fists to the face. Myers is ducking. Edmondson has him. Another uppercut right to the face of Tyler Myers, who's got the mask in front, and I think Montreal has its revenge. Yeah, Foligno's awesome, but just not. So Tyler Myers will go to the box for fighting, and so will Edmondson, and really classy for both guys to go and get the fight. And Myers was skating by, and Edmondson was yapping at him, and they just said, hey, let's go. And so both guys for fighting. And then they watch this play again, and Myers, he loses the fight because Edmondson was, he really had a reason to fight. Joel Edmondson did, but 2 big defensemen lost for 5 minutes for the Canucks and the Canadiens, but that's a really classy play, and that's why you keep fighting in the games, guys. That's why fighting is to stay in the game of hockey, because of moments like that. Oh, 1-0 Boston, Patrice Bergeron. But that's, you know what I mean? Like, you have to have fighting in the game of hockey. Shot up high, might have hit the post. And the puck careens into the Canadian zone. Kulak, who was big in last year's playoffs, especially against Pittsburgh. And moving in, Dano. A pass to the wings. Tatar fakes a slap shot. Tried to push it in front. And he could not. Puck back to the Vancouver boards. Canucks have played good in this first session, but they have not really done well with the game of possession. Off the right side. Curling and dragging behind the net. Trying to wrap it in. And could not. Pettersson looking for the puck. Pettersson. And for all of the good work that Montreal did last game, they did commit a lot of penalties. There are no penalties as Weber shoots that on net. And the Canucks try to get a 2-on-1, but puck it off the stick and back into the Montreal zone. Canadiens shoot in. Big hit off the boards. And Suzuki went down. Here's Drouin. Off of his stick, Drouin fell down. Roussel trying to push the pace and up the ante. Yeah, sure, I'll watch some. Here's Jordy Ben, shoots in and goes for a change. Roussel is out there and tries to chop this one in back. Great Vancouver forecheck, but the Canadiens get it in. I think I might have been Toffoli. Canucks have to watch him. It was saved by, not saved, but it went to Holtby, who was able to steer it wide. And a pass to the wings, trying to go to McEwen, and it went over to Carey Price, who dangles the puck in away, backhanded in for some room. Here's Defoe, Kulak, and a chance for the Canadiens. Up in Kotkaniemi, pass across, and a save by Braden Holtby. Yeah, this brings up the puck, and then the pass over to Toffoli, and wow, what a save by Braden Holtby. Kotkaniemi to Teller Toffoli, two guys that don't know each other incredibly well because Toffoli has never played with Braden Holtby, and the only times they played are those few games in the regular season when the Kings played Washington. The Capitals, Hoglander took a hit. Another hit, Hoglander tries to rush at it. He gets it from Hughes. Here's Hoglander. Perfect pass. Right off the wings. Pearson shot. Save. Rebound. Off of Hoglander's stick. It was never able to go through. And the puck comes to center. Taken by Quinn Hughes. I'm not watching anything right now. And also, I'm completely okay with being rickrolled. Number one, it's funny. And number two, I absolutely love that song. That's a great 80s song. So I have no problem with that. Weber takes a hit by Virtanen, and then Kulak as well. What with Hoglander? Oliver Ulovi and passed over to center. Canucks with the break offside is Besser. With 13:32 to go. And also, what's the lolling for? 13:32 to go. Few good saves by Price and Holtby. No score between the Canucks and the Canadiens. Yep. Puck. Also, one of the more dominant numbers with the Bruins-Flyers game, I think that we should be looked at is not that it's 1-0, but that it is 4-0 in shots on goal with the advantage by the Bruins. Also, did you know that the Bruins scored their first 5-on-5 goal last night? It took them that long. All right, and these will be the only games going on until 8 o'clock when the Kings-Blues game starts. A surprisingly low amount, even if the Florida-Carolina game had been underway and had been played today. So surprisingly lack of games on Saturday tonight. So, commercial. Habs will ice it. Trying to shoot in, and that'll put the puck from where it was at neutral zone back into the Canadian zone. The face-off won by the Canadiens, as it just was not able to be cleanly won by Vancouver. Gallagher tries to shoot in. Besser now. Flips through to center. And taken out by Petrie as it's flipped in off, and there's a call coming up. Or is delay? No, not a call, just a delayed offside. Here's Peterson at center. There is also one non-Canucks to Foley goal that I like. If you're trying to do the Kings Rangers overtime one to win the cup, that wasn't him. That was Martinez. So I'm trying to figure out what you would have said. I don't know what you mean by that. I have no idea what you mean when missing clicks. There is a call, an interference call against the Canadiens here. So they're going to have two guys in the box. Josh Anderson. It's only a power play, but Edmonton is still in the penalty box for the fight with Myers. So they'll bring in the second unit of the Canucks. Oh, yeah. I know which one you're talking about with like 0.1 left. Yeah. Yep, now I remember. That makes sense. Like 2 years ago, there's Pearson off the boards. This shot in, and it wasn't also an entirely like a long time ago. It was the 17-18 season, which wasn't great for the Canucks, but was really a fun season for me. Also, the only season past the 2012 conference final that the Devils made the playoffs. It was a really enjoyable year. Off to the boards and shot in. Goes to Holtby, and here comes Schmidt for the Schmidt over for the Vancouver power play. Drops it off to Bo Horvat. Goes past Lehkonen. Horvat, pass across. Back for Miller. That's a bobbling puck. And over for JT Miller on the left wall. Hands it off, Peterson. Hughes. Back across, a shot in front. Besser tried to deflect it in around, and he could not. Miller with the puck now to Peterson. Elias Peterson. He lost it, and it goes to center. 46 seconds remaining on the power play. Brought in by Peterson. Peterson lost the puck, then got it back down, then fell down, and then shot it into the Montreal zone. And JT Miller has a break. Miller, a pass across, holds it through. Miller never was able to stab it in, but a great play, chance for him. Here is Hughes, less than 30 seconds to go on the power play. Peterson to Hughes. Hughes over to Miller. JT Miller back there. On a cross for Peterson from Suzuki's stick. And now Peterson to JT Miller. Miller on the left circle. Miller, motors, trying to go for Horvat, and the Canadiens clear. Just down like that, over for Hughes. Power play is over. Out of the box, Evans. And a good hit, and here come the Habs. Shot in and wide of the goal. It's stashed away from Evans, and here comes Niels Hoglander. And this puck is lost, and it comes back to center. Edler has to go get it. Roussel looks like he'll make a change. I'm not sure if he did. And McEwen will shoot this in. Roussel tries to get it away. Roussel pass across too far. And Price was out of the net, and he just could not find the perfect play there for a tap-in, and it will be an icing against the Canucks. 9:55 to go in the first. All that time, no one actually got a shot on goal by either team. It's still a three-shot lead for the Habs. Backed it off the line. Romanoff a shot. This wristed through, but never was able to get all the way down. Tatar. Chased by some Vancouver defenders. Holtby out of the net. Decent communication. Pettersson gets it. Backhands it over the wall, by the glass. And Mott trying to go forecheck and grab it. He cannot. On Kings, both Stanley Cup Finals game-winning goals. That's actually pretty cool. I made as a big hit at center. I made all 2014 Stanley Cup Final goals. You can find that on this channel. I made that. I'm thinking of doing like all goals of playoffs. Wood 40 has done the Red Wings, so score. Suzuki 1-0 Habs. And Kulak fed the puck and put it in there. So as I was saying, Wood 40's done the Red Wing. Or I'll wait till they drop the puck again to say it, so you don't not hear me. So a pass across from Kulak, and then just a jam in by Suzuki, and just the pass across and shot right through Braden Holtby, and it's 1-0 Canadiens. Canucks haven't looked terrible, though. They haven't looked as bad. So, as I was saying, he's done Red Wing stuff, so I'm thinking of soon at some point making all playoff goals for a certain team, alphabetical order, and then doing them. I'm thinking of doing the 2000s first, then doing every year they made the playoffs, all the goals that one team scored. So a lot of people have them for new goals, but not old goals. And that Ben had a chance. Pettersson shoots up high, and it went off a stick. So the Canadiens moving with room, but here comes Kulak. Shoots, save, Holtby. Rebound is loose, and Miller is on it. And he shoots over to center. Here's Ulevi. And it's Mott now. Mott looking for some teammates. He finds Hughes. Pass from the wall. And there's traffic in front of Price. Puck is lofting up there. Beagle still trying to jam away and grab it. And the Canadiens will finally move to center. Weber with a pass off the wings. Dropped it off for Corey Perry, and that never was able to maintain. Fucking back, here's Perry looking away from it. Mott with a hit. And got it away. 11 hits in this game by Vancouver, only 2 by Montreal. So they've been able to establish the physical play, even though the Canadiens have a 1-0 lead off of the goal by Nick Suzuki. 7:23 to go in the first period. This shot in over to Holtby. Back for Edler to try to get it out. No, it's intercepted. On away, a shot! Saved by Holtby! And Kulak to Suzuki, and it's 1-0 Canadiens, but Holtby is making the stops. Canucks are trying to get back in it. Interesting thing, there should be significant time. When this game ends, there still should be significant time left for the game between the Kings and the Blues. And it should have been a few minutes away from when the Boston game ended. So this game will kind of have Nobody's going to like end while this game ends or begin directly. It's just right after this game, they'll go to Ottawa and Winnipeg. Interesting that game is the 10 o'clock and not this game. You realize that this game is basically being, and that's because there's no fans. Because this game is basically playing when there's only, like, there's people, they're only like, it's like 4, it's only 4 in the afternoon. It's only 4, like almost 4:40 only. And in Vancouver for this game, PM, but in Winnipeg, it's going to be like what? The game's going to start at 9. I'm glad though that you've taken a heart to making recording videos like I was telling you to. Oh, and I also forgot to. Oh, I forgot to stay and talk last stream about making videos. We can do that if you want. GDD games. We can do that if you want on this stream. Over to Byron. And there's a hit off the boards by the Canucks. Myers, who his penalty is done for fighting. McEwen tries to get in interior position. Off the boards. Here's Lehkonen, a shot. Glove save by Holtby. Yeah, we can. At the end of this game, we'll do that. So, Canadiens will move out for a face-off draw. Back off the wall, there's a shot blocked around. Tatar tries to shoot it in through. And Pearson takes a hit. Canucks rifle it across. Here's Pearson. Good pass, Horvat. 3-on-2 and a drop pass. Shot there, Schmidt. Save. Rebound. Price makes the save. And a slap shot over Edler. That's blocked around and in back. And the Canucks still with it. Here's the pass to the slot. Horvat tap pass. Score! No! Never went in. The way the Canucks were kind of moving around the side of the net, I thought that puck had went in. But Vancouver had a good chance to score there. Never was able to. Bum rush to the goal. And glove down by Price. And this is the pass I thought that this just went through and Price just able to make the save. So I want to go. Here's the face-off, off from where Petrie was. Going back to the boards. Hughes. Backhands in front off the right circle. Kept it through, tries to find Miller. The Canadiens denying space. And it will not go on icing as that puck got slanted all the way over for Evans. Pettersson held up. Canucks still trying to get it out. They cannot. Goes to Petrie. Petrie shoots up high. And that deflected away. Virtanen with a hit. But the Canucks still can't get it out. Off of Suzuki's stick. There's a shot. Deflected. Rebound. Loose. Puck is rolling. And the Canucks will come away with it. Here's Miller off the boards. Petrie intercepts and shoots. Wide. And here is Drouin. Drouin with Corey Perry in front. Here's Petrie, a shot, blocked. Gets it back. Petrie again. Shoots for a stick, up high and wide. Canadiens trying to move it in. There's a shot in front, and that also moved away. Here's Ben, goes to Hughes. Couldn't use the quick pass. And this slants into the Canadian zone. Canucks try to intercept. Tyler Toffoli shot this through and off the glove. Corey Perry takes a hit from Hughes. And Glover, a shot saved by Holtby. So the Canadiens couldn't get out of their zone. It's just enough to not let a goal go through. Canucks still trail by 1. 4:24 to go. They keep it a 1-0 game in the first. Um, 2:10 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Bruins. 7-4 now in shots on goal. So the Bruins have fired 3 more shots on Hart. But the Flyers have gotten 4 of their own. So they're climbing in a little bit. Also, again, I have to remind everyone that, I know they've won some games, but they still have not been able, the Boston Bruins, to win in regulation. So maybe this is the day that happens for them. Also, I believe they only won 2 games, and they're both a shootout, if I can remember correctly. If you're talking about my stream, thank you, Acito. Face off just off the circle, taken by Myers. Slunk off the boards. Roussel pushes it into the zone. That was a good pass and bounced off. Myers, a shot saved by Price. No rebound as Roussel was trying to desperately whack it around. And now we've got a scrum at the Canadiens' net. Oh, unfortunate. The first part mainly, not so much the second part. You can't watch the game. It's unfortunate, but really. I would show the game, but I'll get like copyrighted and stuff. It's happened before, twice. I don't want it to happen again. .413 to go. Got off the left circle. McEwen tries to pass this through. Goes to center and went off a Montreal stick. Gallagher playing defense there. Good hit off the boards. Canadiens have denied Vancouver clean stretch passes, which was their bread and butter last year. And I think if they can get that to go, their offense will start to improve. An offside call. So anything that happened, you saw Gallagher kind of pressed up, and then they tried to pass out of the zone, and they didn't get like clean stretch passes. It's just pin-up plays off the board. So the Canucks have to just spread up and support each other on the wings. That's what's got to happen here. Face off right through to the stick for Tannen, and that will count as a Canucks win. Off the boards, Canadiens intercept. Pass across, kept in, up high. And then the shot fluttered down, and they said the shot was legal to be, it didn't go out of play, but the puck was shot offside. So they'll put the face off in the neutral zone. Right down through to the boards. Hughes away from Gallagher. Canucks to try to take this out. Here becomes the game. Can you use the stretch passes to your advantage? It was picked off by Weber, but it wasn't a bad chance to get it there. Canucks through to center again. Back in their own zone. There's Ben. Good hit off the boards, and the Canadiens are offside again. As Philip Deneau tried to bring it up fast. Here's Mott flipping it in over Price to take it out. Over at the head on Anderson, who goes down. Are they calling a penalty here? No. Oh. There's a shot blocked. I don't know if there's a penalty or not. We'll see, because the referee said there was a arm went up. No penalty. Okay, good. Good call. Now we're stopping play. Now what's happening here? No penalty of any kind. I was confused because Edler went down. I thought that was not a penalty. It wasn't. And then they stopped playing. I didn't know if they were calling it on a embellishment in Montreal. No one is getting a penalty, which is probably smart. Peterson isn't looking bad here, but he's not really looking for the kill. Myers shoots down the ice. Pearson back off the boards by the Canadiens bench. Canucks shoot in. Good hit. Pearson back to the point. Has Ulevy. Ulevy a shot in front, and that deflected wide. Ulevy to go retrieve. And he's chased by Corey Perry. Roussel. Or Sutter, excuse me. And there will be a penalty, I believe, against the Canadiens here for a trip. Yeah, Corey Perry. So the second power play for the Canucks in this game. And if no other penalty or power play goal, the penalty will end with 1 second remaining in the first period. Because there's 2:01 now. So Corey Perry goes to the box, and Vancouver will go to the power play. Personally, I actually don't think this is a penalty. I'm happy that it's a penalty, but I don't think that's a penalty. So I'm glad that he does get called, because I'm a Canucks fan, but not three different sets of referees in each of these games. Besser, Horvat, JT Miller, Elias Pettersson, and Quinn Hughes. Shot off the point, but Pettersson is shot up high. Here's Miller. Back to the left wall. Canucks got to switch up where everybody is, because I think the Canadiens are starting to figure out how to defend this. Just stand in the middle and try to deflect the pass away before it comes. And also don't let them bank it into the zone. Here's Horvat. Horvat holds. Just to get it in front, and the Habs clear. Sherratt banked it on over for Hughes to grab. Hughes passed Deneau, and a back pass over to Miller. Grabbed by Besser. Horvat to go. Back pass to Miller. Miller to Hughes. Pettersson. Hughes. Back for Miller. Back to Pettersson. Shot hit the post. And then it lanked wide. Oh, it was the closest Pettersson has been in a long time to scoring his first goal of this regular season. Horvat in with it. 53 seconds left in the power play. 52 in the period. And the Canadiens clear. All the way down for Holtby, and he'll cover. Why? Is there a penalty here? Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. A 4-on-4. A 4-on-4 coming up for the Canucks now. There will be no power play as Pettersson right there hits the crossbar. So the Canadiens will have a power play time for 1 second in this game, in this period, and then have a minute 59 left in it in the second period to start the second period. Myers banks off the right wall, tries to get it in. Here's Virtanen. Virtanen pushing the pace. Back over for Edler, and now Virtanen. Virtanen moves off the wall, looking for some space. Got it over to Myers. Myers dangling away with it, looking over for Virtanen. Edmondson in his own zone. Here's Suzuki. Suzuki brings it up. Toffoli with the hit, and now the 4-on-4 is over. Canadiens power play begins, and the period ends. A minute 59 left on the Montreal power play as the kill didn't worked for Montreal on the Vancouver power play. And that'll be Besser in the box for a high stick when we come back. And the second period will start with the Canucks going to have to kill down a goal. It's also the end of the first period between Boston and Philadelphia. And it has not started between St. Louis and the LA Kings. If you have the will to become a nurse, Elysian University provides the way. Our accelerated BSN program can prepare you for this rewarding, high-demand profession in less than 2 years. Choose from our 16-month online-based program in Parsippany or 18-month campus-based program in Rutherford. No matter which accelerated path you take, you'll be prepared for nursing career success. Preparation Board. Search Elysian ABSN to learn more. We'll be heading to the first intermission now. I'm just waiting for them to come back now with that.
Yeah, whether or not you agree or disagree and think it was a clean hit, dirty hit, the Montreal Canadiens, they want some sort of justice. I mean, they get it from the league, so pre-game you see Joel Edmondson skate by, have a little Tyler Myers, and it seems like it's a cordial invite, and it's accepted. It's a little bit of nod, yeah. Backstory, these two trained together in Cologne in the summer, so they're actually friends. So they both understand, though, the game within the game. This is the right thing to do. We're going to settle the score, and then after that, it's going to be squashed. One of the things that has to happen for Montreal to feel like they got some justice is Edmondson has to hit with a couple punches here, which he does. It's a great job by both guys. They're both big, tough guys. I guarantee you nobody got hurt in this fight, so I know we don't want to encourage hockey, but this is something that prevents the slashing, the hacks, the headshots later on in the game.
Now, BX are talking right now about the fight between Myers and Edmonton. Actually, absolutely what I said. It prevents injuries, and it was a good thing by both guys. It's classy.
Sometimes the best thing for a game is a good fight, and they had to settle that score. Jim Benning's under tremendous pressure. His team is top heavy, and so when one player struggles, it's really noticeable. Right now, it's Pettersson, and when one of their top guys struggles, it's really noticeable. They're in cap now. They've got $6 million in dead money. They've got Louis Ericsson's contract, and so right now, to fix this problem, they're really handcuffed. And so the pressure on Jim Benning, it's always there in your gym. You feel the pressure constantly. That's a tough market to be struggling in, and right now they're scuffling big time. Killer.
They sure are, and it's kind of ugly to watch. It's not pleasant to watch to see all these really good, young, talented players really struggling with the mental part of the game. So I'm thinking something interesting out of the box, so to speak. Paul Horvat, great young player, second year as captain. He recognizes Pettersson is struggling mightily. So tomorrow, they don't play tomorrow. They play Monday at home against Ottawa. Maybe go for a drive. Take them away from the hockey arena. Go to Squamish, have lunch or dinner, or spend 3-4 hours with them and just get them to relax a little bit. You saw, I think it was in the first minute where Pettersson, he high-sticked the puck down and then he slammed his stick on the puck, showing frustration a minute into the game. So they have to try something different to get their own players to relax. It's a big test for Horvat, but he can do it easily.
You know, Kevin, Jake Evans, I've been saying I really love the way he's playing. Alex Rose, big credit, Joel Bouchard, and Nick Lavelle, they were going to bench him because he was losing confidence. And then Charles Hudon got called up and he got to play, and the rest is history. But your take on the Express?
Well, the thing that people have to understand is there's been some attacks on his character because he's a social media presence. People think maybe he's not serious about his game. Keep in mind, this is a guy after the playoffs intentionally stayed in Vancouver to train and skate with skating guru Derek Hoffman.
So just still listening to some of the stuff they're talking about as the pregame about, not the pregame, about in that first intermission about Pettersson and how he's over so much. Listen, here's the thing on Pettersson. Everybody gives him so much, garbage and crap. This guy I love him. I think he's a great player. He's a great competitor. Like how it's like, all he does is shoot pucks. Like he really has improved on the defensive side of things. He's really trying to be the best player he can be, and he really gets, scrutiny. I don't even know why. I think this team will turn around and he will be better. Literally, this sounds weird, but I think he needs to score a goal. If he could score a goal, it'll be great for the whole team. Kind of turning around. Hey, Josh. What's going on? Just 1-0 still at the first intermission, and still talking on. I kind of figured if Pettersson can do something here, can score a goal here, it would be just absolutely titanic in this game in this season.
That's something that, it wasn't always easy, but you have to appreciate the honesty, and you have to appreciate, you're trying to make me a better player, trying to make me a better person, and I will never, I know for some people it might be, that's the reason, but it's not, and you're a hard coach, and I can take it. Nothing's personal. I grew up from that, dad coaching. He told me never, if a coach challenges you, it's never personal. He just wants to do what's best for you. And that's, that's how I see it towards him. I have nothing but respect for him.
Canucks and Eric's with the Manitoba Moose. So, Brian, you take it. Well, I think it's a great trade for both teams. They both have a distressed asset. It's hard to trade star players. It's hard to trade distressed assets. Both GMs pulled it off. I like it.
This just didn't happen 10, 15 years ago, Berkey. And part of the thing that eases it for me is
So, still waiting here. Talking now about the Luc Dubois Line trade and how both of those guys will fit.
It looked a little bit uncomfortable when he was kind of smiling there on the bench, although it was an awkward smile. I think his teammate was coming to his defense saying something like, hey, hang in there, bud, relax, it's just torts. And because it looked awkward, I know he took a beating in the media and in social media, but I'm going to defend him for that.
Really impressive interview with him coming up in the first, if I do say so.
Got the merged vids now? Yeah, I'll watch those. That, flashlight, sorry.
Dissipate from Clemson. 3 hours later, they take the ice against the defending champs. It didn't start very well. Victor Hedman, the Cox, my Twitter. Look at this. 5-holes himself, and it works. Double 5-hole there for Hedman. Yeah, 5-hole and then 5-hole on Maurice Lickens, and it's 1-0 Tampa Bay. And hold on, 17 seconds later, Atkinson gets behind Hedman. It's going to be a penalty, but Nick Foligno says, I don't think so. Buries it. We're tied at 1.
So right now I'm going to look at it.
Shoots at home. Blue Jackets a season high 5 goals for Lickens' first win of the year, and they beat the defending champs 5-2. What do you make of this, Stewie? All sorts of drama surrounding the team. We see the situation with Dubois. Still, they're galvanized to go out there with a great effort.
Yeah, whenever there's adversity, I think it brings the team really together. I mean, there's been a lot of drama going on surrounding the Columbus Blue Jackets the last couple of weeks. So getting that win really brings the group together. But let's not forget, I believe they totally won this trade because they have Patrick Laine coming in. Columbus Blue Jackets has definitely been lacking offense the last couple of days. This guy is a 40-goal guy. They don't grow on trees. If they do, please let me know for the minor hockey team. But he's going to come in, do the job. Columbus won the trade.
So notice you got the Flyers goal horn. That's pretty good. I guess a Blue Jackets spoof of a guy slamming a computer. We're playing row racing. I don't know how to do that, but some car game. Nice. And a Roblox Football Fusion, which is not Roblox. It's never going to give you up. Okay, that's cool. Nice. I'll still be probably streaming at that time. Oh no, yeah, we'll actually start streaming at that time as the game starts at 12. Flyers score. I don't see it yet, and I just refreshed it, so maybe. Oh, I see it now. Kevin Hayes from Jacob Voracek. Bruins have 11-5 shots on goal, but the Flyers do score. About a minute 14 into the game to make it a 1-1 tie. Also, the Kings-Blues game should be starting soon. Said it'll start at 8. It'll probably start in a few minutes. Puck to drop in Enterprise Center. Yep, they're just about to drop the puck there. Houston, did they score again? Boston? Yep, they did. 2-1. Craig Smith, his first goal as a Bruin. Might be his first point as well, so they lead again.
I think David showed you that goal. Here comes Jacob Voracek and Kevin Hayes. Hayes dishes Voracek and then takes the return pass. And that's how it gets to be 1-1. That Craig Smith has just scored for Boston. This is a lot of offense in the last 30 seconds of the game between the Flyers and each Carter right there. So the last time Tampa lost, they lost today to Columbus.
They're showing the Boston-Philly game right there.
Montreal, Vancouver.
About 3:30 left to start in that left when that game when that period the second period will start. NHL predictions. Let's do that in second intermission. There's a ton. This is an interesting role reversal. There is a ton of games tomorrow, and there usually isn't. There's a few early games too. Also, for me, not a ton of late games. The latest puck drops in Winnipeg between the Jets and the Oilers. That's at 9 p.m. my time. Oh, quick correction. I didn't realize. The Detroit-Chicago game starts at 12:30. So the stream will start at around like 12:30. And I know that they usually come late sometimes with some of their starts. So good to know there. So the stream will start tomorrow at 12:30, not 12.
To support a strong immune system, your body needs routine. Centrum helps your immune defenses every day with vitamin C, D, and zinc. Season after season. Ace your immune support with Centrum.
How many Stanley Cup champs have there been? I'm making a series out of it. Like, are you asking me? I think there's been Stanley Cup champions since, like, what, 1917? Like, I don't understand what you're doing. Are you making, like, Stanley Cup final goals or something? Or all game winning ones of those? I would say, yeah, I think since 1917 they've been playing. You can definitely find like Stanley Cup final stuff from like before 1950. It's hard, but once you get to like the mid 50s, you can find pretty much any Stanley Cup final stuff on YouTube. This corralled in. The best period of last season for the Canucks was the second, especially in the playoffs. This year, it's been their worst early on, and Holtby will shoot it down the ice and clear as the Canucks are killing a penalty because of late during the power play, a high stick. Also, a bunch of times in that as we're underway, throw on moving to center, is that the Canucks have had power plays that have been nullified because they've committed penalties during those power plays. Over to Weber. Weber, pass in front. Intercepted by Vancouver and a perfect clear. Pass it off to Petrie. Here's Tatar, and it's intercepted by the Canucks, and they'll shoot in. The hit off Sherratt, moving away. Passed it off for Tatar. Tries to go to Gallagher's in on goal, and Holtby makes a save. And there's a penalty coming up. Is this against Vancouver? Oh, no. Just as the penalty ended, Jay Beagle commits a slashing penalty. So just as the penalty ended, the Canadiens to the power play. There you go, Caps. Holtby's having a good night. And penalty literally just ended, and the Canucks are now going to be killing again. Back to the line, back off the blue line. Canucks trying to take it out. Edler. There's a check. The board stutter trying to take it through. Canadiens in the offensive zone. Holtby, Edler tries to go get there before Romanov can. He will. Edler will turn at center and then go for a change right at center and shoot it in for a clear. Sutter on Kotkaniemi, and his stick is broken. He goes to the bench. And Romanov intercepted off his stick. Good play by Tanner Pearson. Used to be a young player and do some mistakes there. He's the veteran here, though, in that situation. And shot all the way down to Price. Price moves that one along. And Weber. Canucks try to take it out, but Drouin with some good experience there off the blue line to be able to hold in. Here's Weber. Hands it off. Right side off of where Petrie was. A shot off the right wall, and then over from Drouin. Petrie. And you wonder, Weber, a shot that's blocked. I was talking before on how Ryan Suter, a guy that played with Shea Weber, is not a captain, but Shea Weber is. Well, if you think about that. As that's a chance from the wall. Trying to get in front for the Habs. Canadiens move it back to Weber. Back across. Weber a shot. Up high. That's Ben playing away with it and almost picked off to center as well. It's not. Canadiens still in the zone. Toffoli tries to park it. Here's Petrie to the right circle. Passed over to Toffoli. Shot wide. Weber tries to bank in, and he cannot. A stick is down. Canucks still can't take it out. They're still lobbing away with it. Suzuki a shot. Toffoli still. Penalty's over. And on comes Beagle. Canucks, there's a Vancouver Canuck player without a stick. That's Mott. And Vancouver finally works it to center. And picking up a stick is Mott, but Beagle just shoots in so everybody can change. I know you told me, Josh. Not Josh. Go Caps. Back over from Schmidt. Up over the glove and out of play. And Toffoli with a wired shot. Oh, this one went off the leg or the stick of Ben and out. Right down in the circle. Taken away off by Holtby. And then gloved down by Holtby, but he pitched it over to Edler, who shoots down over to Price. Price out of his net, shoots off the boards, and it's taken out. No, Horvat could not keep it. Now Horvat brings it to center. Tries to get into the middle of the play. Besser, not able to get there. Canadiens shoot in. Holtby out of his net. This may cost one of their goalies. Taken away, Toffoli, blocked by Edler. Rebound ruck for Toffoli. No, over the cage. Canadiens shoot in. And the Canucks move to center now. Here's Besser. Shooting through to Price. A good check. And Kotkaniemi goes down. It was Corey Perry, actually, who had a chance. And here's the Canadiens stealing it away. Perry to Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi to Perry. Perry twirls. And goes over to Tatar, who backhands it. And Hoglander takes it out. Taken back at center, but then intercepted. Tries to find Kotkaniemi. Too far for him. Now he's got it. Poked away off his stick. And Pettersson tried to go grab it. He cannot. He'll go to the bench. Back off for Gallagher, and it went wide off the boards. Shot in through to Tatar. And back over to Petrie, down to Gallagher. Now Kulak shot. Blocked in front, but it did come to Corey Perry. And Adams trying to go get it. Comes to the line to Romanov. And the shot is deflected away. Backhands off the glass and through to center. Canucks try to go grab it. They cannot. It pitched in. Here's Pettersson, a backhander, deflected away. And now Beagle tries to push the pace and take it away from Johan. Over to center. Myers shoots through. Back a backhander that's kicked away by Price. And a good hit by Ben. And it's Ulovi off the bench, off the boards. And down here, here's a pass in front. And it was not able to go in. Canucks are screaming that this should be out of play. Yes, it's out of play, and it's a delay of game against Suzuki as Roussel tried to jam the net, and Suzuki threw it out. Power play coming up for the Canucks. Third of the game. They're 0 for 2. And the Canadiens had a chance in for a goal, but they couldn't get it to go, and the Canucks are trying to push back. 1-0, Montreal. Boston power play. Oh, okay. Yeah, knock on wood on that. Holtby. Yep. I'm not sure. I want to say it's like 14 or 13 minutes left in the second. In the period.
City's perspective is all about position. NHL Tonight on NHL Network.
You want to see it? It's clear as day.
Hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com. The largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere. Every NHL team and all the players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com. A Fanatics experience.
Just trying to clear the puck. Well, just looked like it. Well, you know what? I think it was on his stick. He was looking over the middle.
It's a delay of game. Looked like it went up to McEwen, but not. Pettersson goes over in front, and he cannot. Hughes over to Pettersson. Really want Pettersson to score a goal here. It would be great for the team. And it deflects back. Try to backhand it through to center, and it eventually did go that way, all the way down to Holtby. Hughes will take it. Before to go on the power play, here's Quinn Hughes. Shoots it down at center and taken off by Miller. And here's Pettersson getting it off the wall from Horvat. Now Pettersson backs to Hughes. Hughes fakes the slap shot. There's a stick that's been broken. Sure whose stick doesn't have it. Shot in front. Besser tries to link in front. Canucks, Canadiens clear. Over to Holtby behind the net. Now Hughes. 7 minutes to go on the power play. Take it away. Shorthanded. They had 2 shorthanded goals last time. Hit the post. Hit the post. It did not go in. And now they're saying it's in. No, now Horvat is tackling Toffoli at the goal, which is good to stand up for your teammate. But while you have a power play, might not be the best idea. And so it was a bad turnover. It's Evans who brings it up, and then Toffoli just runs into Holtby, and Holtby wasn't having it either. They just body slam Braden Holtby, the stick. So is this going to be a 5-on-3 now? Because Toffoli's in the box. Well, Horvat's also in the box now. So I don't know what they're calling this. So no 5-on-3. It just basically is fighting or 2 roughing penalty. I don't even know how that works. But it'd just be a straight penalty. Power play. Here's Besser. Brings it up off center. Hughes with it. Backs it, drops it off. Tries to go over to Pettersson. Elias Pettersson off the right circle. Hands it off to Miller. Back to Hughes. Miller. Pettersson shoots. Up high. Rebound. Loose. Pettersson again. And he's on the right circle. And he passes it off to Hughes. A shot in front. Here's Pettersson again. Back over to Hughes. Hughes drops it. Miller shoots. Oh, wide. And there's Besser behind the goal. And back to the right wall. There's Pettersson. Penalty's over. Looking. Hughes' stick went loose. Pettersson shoots wide off the referee's skate. And then Pettersson takes a big hit. And the Canucks shoot in. And he did keep in. And now we've got more changes for Vancouver. Here's Schmidt. 10:48 to go in the second period. 1-0 Canadiens. So hit by Weber. Mott is out there. And another stick got shattered as that went down. Weber tries to shoot out, and he will. Gallagher over to Tatar. Tatar. Over Red Wing on the right side, and the Canadiens are offside. So face off in the neutral zone here. Right off the circle, taken away by Romanov. Back from Evans. And then Mott takes a hit from Suzuki. Suzuki backhands off the boards. Shot in there, deflected away. Here is Ben. Ben from behind the net. Flicks it through to center and all the way down. It will be icing against the Vancouver Canucks.
The moment you've been waiting for, the Kings are back and they've got lots in store. Kids Convenience, a new episode is Tuesday at 8 on CBC and CBC Channel. Canadiens have been over 50% of the face-offs tonight as Suzuki needs to take this one.
Face-off in Montreal zone, and it's taken away. The Vancouver zone taken away and shot off the boards by the Canadiens. Virtanen is poked off the right boards. Mott still jamming away for Beagle. Mott with it. Mott shoots for a stick. And nobody was there to corral. Ben drops back. Canadiens, who have had some good chances, have not scored another one. Here's Mott. Back over from Evans. And here's Beagle sitting back. He'll go to the bench for a change. We've got fresh legs for the Canucks. There's a shot over from where Gallagher was. And a hit on Edmondson. There's Schmidt. Schmidt spinning away. Takes a hit. Ben back in behind. Besser trying to get away with it. He's still trying to find the puck away from Petrie. Puck is loose to the left boards. And here's Schmidt. He takes a hit from Danault. Pettersson with a hit on Edmondson. With a slight hit on Edmondson. Canadiens still trying to corral this. Pettersson off the boards and through into the Montreal Canadiens zone. Taken away by Jeff Petrie. I don't know how that would work. How would that work as a podcast? It's not really a podcast. It's just part of the stream. Offside against, I believe, the Canadiens. 8:41. Still 1-0 Montreal. .505 left in the second between the Bruins and the Flyers. I mean, we could talk about stuff, but it's not really a podcast. We could do a podcast at another time, but like not or during the stream. Yeah, you don't even need to retract that message if you don't want to. It was just explaining how it would work, how that would work. GDD games.
Hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com, the largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere. Every NHL team and all the players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
If you're wondering, he looks really comfortable in that Habs jersey. He should. You weren't back as a member of the Toronto Junior Canadiens.
Pretty comfortable with this building, too. 16 smallest to 22 games in Vancouver. Building Montreal.
Taking off the right wall, Canucks move it in. Oh, there's a good chance. Hit the post again. Pettersson can't buy one. There's another shot up high. Another rebound that went loose. And the Canadiens have a 2-on-1. Getting back into the play is Hughes. Pass across, score. Kotkaniemi. No, it's going to be Perry, actually. Corey Perry, 2-0 Canadiens as Pettersson hit another post. Ulovi actually hit the post, hit the wrong player. And then Ulovi tried to get back, and then that's the pass. Well, it's supposed to be a pass to Kotkaniemi, but it went through Holtby. So it'll be Perry's goal, which makes it 2-0. Well, like for a podcast another time, we do like a Zoom show or something. I don't know. So it's 2-0 Habs. Off the boards, Evans to Edmondson now. Holtby flips it through. There's Hughes, and he'll shoot in, and this will be icing.
Your community can win an NHL game and $250,000 in arena upgrades. Nominations are open until February 14th at crafthockeyville.ca.
So for Vancouver, Craig, another lot of coach. It's been a real problem. Then you get the desperation move, and you'll be doing the best things as a game.
Right from the boards down the wall, and it will slink through for an icing against the Canucks.
He did a great job, I thought, of reading the play offensively, jumping up, had a good shot on goal. And Carey Price made that quick reaction after he heard it.
Yeah, it's something to think about. I won't do it today, but something to think about. There's that drop pass from the left wall to the right. Got it on over. Toffoli shoots. Locked off a rebound. Moving in is a backhander pass in front. Price, another save. And the Canucks could not put it in there. That's Jake Virtanen. Over to Mott from the wall. Shot in there. Save. Or that deflected at least. Canadiens move in. Edler. Off the boards. Taken away by Roussel, who falls down. And here's Beagle. Drops it off. Pass in front over the glove. And wide. Here's Beagle again. From Evans. And Mott falls down. And the Canucks at center. Everybody has to get on side. Canadiens change. Shoots in for where Price was. And now a hit on Evans. The Canadiens still trying to get it out. Glove down off of Schmidt's hands. And taken by Pettersson. There's Peterson. And the pass to the slot. It's going to no. Gallagher loose. There, Pettersson, good pass in behind the goal. Over for Ulovi. And back Pettersson on a toe drag move in. Pettersson looks for some space. He has Miller. Back for Pettersson. Passed it back again. And this flipped up high in the center. Loose in front off the boards. Goes to Besser. Besser has Miller. Besser to Miller. Miller toe dragging. Myers back checks instead of going into the play. Kotkaniemi now to Foley. Toffoli guarded by Myers, his former teammate. And here's Tanner Pearson. Pearson with a good hit. And here's Niels Hoglander going over for Horvat to go grab it. Horvat now off the boards again. Taken back by Ben. Over the line, here's Hughes, steps in. Hughes over to Horvat. Horvat off his stick. Canadiens try to get it out. They will. And it will now be an icing against the Montreal Canadiens. Yeah, I guess we could do that. But again, I'm not going to do it today. Just something to think about. And just Price has been pretty good here on his goaltending. 13-2-4 versus Vancouver is Carey Price's all-time numbers. Never played them in the playoffs. Sutter, and then to Hughes. And now Virtanen, a shot in deep. Rebound, McEwen, try to jam it through. Cannot. McEwen has the puck. Canadiens can't clear. Taken by Hughes off his backhand. Hughes spins it over to Virtanen. Virtanen drops it off from the boards, and that's intercepted by Kotkaniemi. Montreal will clear. And actually, if Hughes had just went back to center and just waited again, it might have been actually better than trying to keep the puck in the zone, just because Montreal was dead tired. If backhands in, they better not call this an icing. Calling this an icing? Oh, you have no idea. 4:31 left in the second. It's 2-0 Habs. So we'll see. I believe we're in the second. We're in the second intermission between Philadelphia and Boston. The Bruins have scored another goal. Charlie Coyle from Frederick.
Just so happened to be another member of the Horvat wedding party, and of course a former junior teammate as well. Win-win, gentlemen.
There's Josh. Looks very comfortable in his new surroundings.
Puck off the boards. And that will be shot in again. A hit on Petrie. Here, JT Miller off of his stick. Canadiens move in. Lehkonen and Schmidt is playing defense on Lehkonen. Pass to the middle. A shot by Evans is gloved down by Holtby. And these are the odd man rushes that Montreal have kept on pushing ahead. Off the circle, won by Vancouver. And Canucks move it over to Myers. Myers shoots to the middle and going onto the boards. Sutter a hit down there. Mott tries to go grab it from Lehkonen. Here's Weber. And Drouin. Off out of his zone. And another check off the boards. Just like that, it'll be icing against Montreal Canadiens.
Pressure is starting to build a little bit for the Vancouver Canucks, but Jim, you mentioned earlier that Coach Julian got worried about the matchup so much, and you've seen it in shift after shift. Kotkaniemi down deep in the defensive zone, a young centerman doing his job, and Suzuki here is really developed early on here. A good defensive.
Here's Horvat. Right off the draw, he won it. Canucks shoots Hughes wide. Here's Myers. Myers tees it up. Puck in front, and it deflects out of play.
Supposed to be the Achilles heel of the Montreal Canadiens, but I think that Suzuki and Kotkaniemi and even Evans grew a great deal last summer in the bubble. But they're all pretty young, not an awful lot of experience, but you never know it with this 3-2 style. Yeah, the playoff bubble to me, I mean, Suzuki came back a much more poised player. But Kotkaniemi,
Right off the circle, it comes away to Weber. Canadians fly to center. Here's Sherratt. Sherratt, and it's taken away. But now the Canadians get back in. Tatar, and then Horvat behind the net. Feeds it through to center. And a delayed offside against the Canucks. And the Canucks now make some line changes here. And over to Holtby behind his net. Out of his net, and then, behind and out of his net. And now taken by McEwen. Gone off the boards. He fell down, but he still shot the puck in. And now it comes to center. 2:26 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Canadians. Hit from where Romanov was. Taken by Toffoli. Pass to the slot. McEwen couldn't get there. Shot into the middle. Still not fully deflected away. Toffoli trying to get some presence. Shot up high and wide, and now the Canucks shoot through. Sutter working on Golak and taking it away. Besser could not get the deflection into the goal. It will be icing against the Canadiens. First period's over in St. Louis. If anybody's wondering. Why did you retract all your messages? All right, down off the circle. Kept in. Pettersson falls down. A breakaway for the Canadiens. Kotkaniemi. Saved by Holtby, and he holds the glove. And very similar in this building to what happened about 11 years ago when the late, great, rest in peace, Pavel Dimitra broke his stick on the blue line in this building on that spot, and the Blackhawks scored a really series-defining goal in the playoffs. Same kind of thing. He falls off the blue line, and there's a breakaway. But this time, Holtby's able to make the stop instead of Luongo flop. Schmidt over to the boards. Not saying Luongo wasn't great. He was, but just it was a square-up save that was able to be made. Canadians try to take out. They get to center. Edler, who was in that game that I speak of. In fact, I believe he was on the ice as well. Hoglander behind, tries to go for Horvat. A check by Hughes. Horvat shoots in. Canucks are backhander. Save, rebound, loose. And back from the boards. And a skate tie-up. Hoglander tries to shoot in. He does, but the puck careens to the right boards. Flutters up. Glove down by Suzuki. Shot by Pearson. Save, Price. Suzuki returned the puck over. He had the go-ahead goal in this game with 28.9 to go in the second. And Montreal still up by 2.
Here's the reason why it's so unusual. Look at the first 6 games of his young career. He came out of the game as that Calder Trophy winner in his first year. Last year, really solid. And right now, you just got to put that on your mind and just get back to playing and going into those difficult areas.
Here's Horvat from the circle. Back down on the long Horvat. Miller. Canadiens shoot through. Gallagher off the boards, and now Hughes and away from Gallagher. Over to JT Miller, 15 seconds remaining in the second. Here's Miller. Back to Besser. Besser shoots high and wide. Horvat got it from Hughes. Horvat passed into the middle. Besser in behind. Can't get in front as Price holds on to the puck with 4 seconds left in the second period.
Just missed it to the side, is trying to create a rebound so often on that right side. It's a tough angle to beat a goaltender, but that one just barely missed. But Horvat kept it alive and got the whistle. And he gets to take another face-off.
Face-off down for the Canucks, trying to win it. Shot off to the middle, deflected to center, and that'll end the period. At the end of the third period, a Canadian scored another goal. Corey Perry in his debut scores his first goal as a Montreal Canadien, and that's his first point. As he tried to pass it across to Kotkaniemi, it is 2-0 Canadiens. Suzuki and Perry. The end of the second. I love retracting. Oh, that's why.
Lease the Ford Edge SEL now for $169 a month with eligible trade-in. A few more offers at buyfordnow.com.
This is gonna be a gas. Yes. I just don't know what to expect.
He's expanding. Something's wrong here.
You're one of the Avengers. This is our home.
That's Firestar. He's WandaVision, now streaming on Disney Plus.
So, Torrey Krug is the goal scorer from Braun. And O'Reilly for the Blues. Craig Smith on that other assist in the 3-1 goal for Boston.
What do you see?
I see a goal against an old cop show.
And you?
That's a save, no doubt about it.
Are you sure? What's it? NHL Tonight on NHL Network. It's quiz day.
So we'll wait for the third period to start. Well, second intermission and third period, see if the Canucks can come back. They're only down 2. See if they can get some more offensive presence and if Pettersson finally score. For him more. I want it to score for him more than anything else. Hello, Caleb Lane 97. Right now at the second intermission, so we'll got more once we get to the third period with the Canucks down 2-0. Over Perry, and before that, Suzuki.
2-0 Montreal in a bit. But first, it is Saturday. The headlines: Chris Johnston and Elliot Friedman, and Chris, the big deal between Columbus and.
Yes, what we've learned, Ron, is you don't get a player like Pierre-Luc Dubois on the open market too much. A 22-year-old play-driving centerman in the salary cap world. And as a result of that, the interest in him was tremendous. There was a lot of phone calls placed to Jarmo Kekalainen, the Columbus Blue Jackets, on this player. But as we dug deeper into this, it doesn't seem like anyone else got particularly close beyond Winnipeg to consummate in this trade. Take a team like the Montreal Canadiens, for example. Their interest in Dubois is obvious. It's a player that, perfect role Mark Bergevin would love to get his hands on. But, I don't believe that they really got to the stage where they were competing here, because you're talking a Nick Suzuki plus kind of package to seal the deal. And so the fact that Winnipeg had that situation there, this made it. And I should say, secondly, the other thing to come out of this, I think where it goes next is the team is able to make the player happy and take care of them contractually will probably end up being one we look back on time as winning the trade.
Right now, they're talking at intermission about the Luc Dubois trade.
What happened in the sense that Colorado and Winnipeg have been discussing this deal for months, possibly as early as the draft. And they both knew in their hip pockets that they had this. That if Columbus wanted to, they could potentially get Patrick Ryan and Jack Roslovic a deal. And then Winnipeg knew if it wanted to, it could get.
Also, Roslovic helps them too for third line, fourth line depth.
They say if we're going to do it somewhere else, it's got to beat what we can get from the other team here. And nobody ever can do that. And I think when it got to Thursday and the way Dubois played and the Blue Jackets just decided they have to do it, they took one final trip around the league and nobody was going to beat like Winnipeg and Columbus could beat each other.
And we should mention too, the government of Canada now will dictate when Pierre-Luc Dubois skates next. He flew into Winnipeg on Saturday, and ultimately they'll decide how long this quarantine ends up being. We heard Kevin Cheveldayoff in his interview with Ron in the pregame mentioned they're looking to get it reduced to 7 days. That's something that all the Canadian teams are part of. In fact, they want the same quarantine that was extended during training camp. They made that application to the government, and now it's in the government's hands.
I want you to clarify a whisper that a private jet might be the key to getting it reduced to 7 days.
Yeah, that only works in the U.S. with players that are moving between American teams. It doesn't actually impact the status here in Canada, although, it's a nice way to travel to Winnipeg.
All right. I got to get you guys. What about Victor Mete in Montreal and Toronto's big four? Well, the Canadiens are so good right now. They're playing very well again tonight. They're off to a great start. They've got so many players. They're so deep that Mete can't get into the lineup. And they won't put him on waivers, which is smart because he's a good player. Someone will claim him. But I do think there are some other teams circling around this year and seeing how the Canadiens are going to deal with this. As the season
Apparently, the Canadiens aren't necessarily, like, the word shopping isn't the best because they want to keep him. But since the Canadiens look like they have their roster that they want, the Maple Leafs and a few other teams are kind of circling, and the Canadiens are close to shopping Victor Mete. They want to keep him, but they may not be able to, and they don't want to waive him. And they don't want to drop him to the minors, so it's a kind of interesting scenario how that goes.
Looking for ideas to what you do with all these draft eligible players, many of whom haven't played at all this season anywhere that NHL teams can see. And one thing that has been discussed is a possibility of a tournament, a series of games, what have you. Some teams where those players will play. Obviously, you can invite scouts or have them watch video, but it might be a way to get some eyeballs on these guys because it's been a tough year on those teenagers too.
I think also, Chris, a number of teams are asking, could the draft possibly be moved back? And the league has said, okay, give us some ideas, see what you're thinking. I think those teams out there that would be interested in seeing the draft move back to December or January instead of this July. And I think there's also a couple of teams in line. This has been discussed in some scouts conferences among the teams. Next June. Later to an 0-3 draft on one day, and maybe a few days later, a late 0-3 and 0-4 draft. Kind of get the hockey league together and see about possibly the 2 in June. I don't know what the decision is going to be.
They're talking about possibly moving the draft back, but then they said like putting the draft in like putting it to January next season and not putting it July, so some of these teams can scout properly. I get the idea. I don't agree with it. I understand it. I don't agree with it.
Okay, my bad. That, of course, would have broken protocols. But my point is they need a little time together and they can find it. They can actually carpool together in limited numbers. So maybe that's an option where they can have a nice personal chat. So my bad, I apologize.
Apology accepted, right? Hell yeah. I mean, well, Corey Berry, the early returns for Corey Berry, you have to like this, Mark Bergeron. I'm sure certainly that's.
What a great signing. And I love what Steve Nash said, the NBA coach, about it's the staying ready squad instead of this taxi squad. And that's exactly what Perry has done. Man, he's played so well in tonight's game. They started early. First shift of the game, what's he going to do? He's going to block the Edler shot, so that's a good way to get started. Then he sets up to forward what could have been the second goal. Nice little strip of Miller right here, taking the puck away from JT Miller. And he's going to continue there. Nice little play here to the front of the net. Another nice play here.
So they're showing some of the highlights here, and now Corey Perry has played in this game. Corey Perry's played well. He had the pass across to Kotkaniemi that went in anyway. That's made this 2-0.
Really happy for the guy that stayed ready. Yeah, he's fully engaged. Meanwhile, Suzuki Patterson, this is an interesting matchup, Kevin. They're two of the best young centers in the game, and we'll probably watch these guys go head-to-head for several years to come. And throughout the season, we'll see the next matchup. But right now, it's Nick Suzuki getting the better of Patterson all over the ice. You see, it's just these little puck battles, right? Winning a lot of puck battles, getting in front of the net. Suzuki almost tips that one in. Patterson's marking him. He's got him. But you see the contrast of the two players' games and their confidence. Nick Suzuki all over the puck, almost gets another tap in here. Patterson's going through a struggle, right? Right here, Suzuki through Patterson. They know that they're the other team's top young center, so they're playing each other hard. Watch the recovery here, winning battles. DA, you made the comparison with like a young Patrice Bergeron. That's the way Suzuki's playing. Sure, he gets rewarded there, but he's playing a full 200-foot game.
We're showing how Suzuki's playing defensive hockey. He's a good player. He came in that Vegas trade. Imagine if, well, the thing is, if Vegas had kept him, he would be a great young player for them. Would have worked well with their offense, but no Max Pacioretty, because of the trade that came with them. And Suzuki's been playing good.
I'm not sure that's a penalty juice. What do you think there? Whether it's intentional or not, he runs into the goalie, and I like Bo's response, taking both. It's a safe call. Definitely not the increase. Hot take, Anthony Stewart. Montreal points in all 5 games this year. Look to keep that beat rolling on 2-0.
So 2-0 Canadiens, and too much talk there. Hopefully the Canucks can come back in the third period. Also, never mind.
Hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com. The largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere. Every NHL team and all the players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com. A Fanatics experience. All I can say is absolutely wow.
News, scores, stats, and highlights. It's Hockey It's Here, the official app of the NHL. What do you see? It's a cool crowd show.
So we are still waiting. Get to the third. Also, a non-hockey thing. I'll just tell you tomorrow. No. Yeah, I'll do it.
close attention. Running a spit. He's just fiercely mad at something Elliott's saying here. He's enjoying it. That's the headlines right here, and that's coming up. Winnipeg and Ottawa in about an hour. Earlier today, Cheyenne Archangel and Madison Packer of Metropolitan Raiders. Toronto's first game in the Works Arena. This is the first game of the NWHL season, and it's Kale killed up with the goal, and here's the last great save that is made as the puck just squeaks through, but is stopped by Sonia Stock. That saves the day for the Metropolitans, who have badly outshot Toronto with the edge, 40-19 in shots, but New Jersey wins it 3-0. Boston Pride followed with the
Showing some scores on the women's National Women's Hockey League, and the top team, the Riveters, I forget their first name. They're actually pretty close to where the Devils play. They're the New Jersey team, so they're good. So that's good. I'm not trying to sound like I have no respect for the women's game. I have all the respect in the world. I'm just saying I don't know enough to be able to have a valuable opinion. But cool stuff. Really interesting and good.
What's the first word that comes to mind?
That's a slate. That's a blasphemy.
Well, it's unanimous. Every player sees it.
That's a save.
It seems perspective is all about position. NHL tonight. NHL Network.
You want to see it? It's Thursday.
January 15th.
Hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com. The largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere. Every NHL team and all the players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com. A Fanatics experience.
Get your passes done with or without the offer.
So still waiting. We should be back soon for our start of the third period.
And a tax card will do the work. Or file online and get help if you need it. No matter how you choose to file, I'll pass your back.
Hopefully soon. Come back. Also, Kings just tied the game early in the second period against St. Louis. They just had their first win the other night against Colorado, their first win of the year. Adrian Kempe from Yafalo and Watt. The goals. Right, the goals. Canucks shoot in. And the third period is underway here in Vancouver. Shut out Hoglander. They got to score in this period. Don't want to lose 2 points. Don't want to get shut out. They got shut out once this season. Their third game of the year in Calgary against the Flames, 3-0. They trail 2-0, and this puck is gloved down by Holtby. 31 seconds into the game. Into the period, the third.
don't think there's any question, Jim. You got to look at your shot clock and say, we got to score 2, so we've got to have that 50.
Also, the Bruins have scored another goal. Marchand from Bergeron and DeBrusque. So it's 4-1 Boston, almost midway into the third. And the color broadcaster is right. Hasn't been a terrible game for the Canucks, but it could be a lot better. Pettersson shoots off the boards. Besser try to get from Edmondson. Canucks are taken out again, goes to center. Only one man back. That was Myers to bring up, and Miller just to flip in. He cannot. Hughes away from Suzuki. Then he curls the other way to Suzuki. I think they're changing. Now, more Canuck players changing. Vancouver player changing. Here is Pettersson in his own zone. Pettersson shoots to Hughes. Hughes dumps in. Both guys' numbers have been down this season. Quinn Hughes in his second full season in the National Hockey League. He played about 6-7 games in the rookie season of Elias Pettersson, who is in his third full season in the NHL. Fourth season in the Vancouver organization, however, and this is offside. Or icing against Montreal, Vancouver. Face off right off the circle. Even if the Canucks win, they'll be relieved to finally get rid of Montreal, as this is icing against the Vancouver Canucks and head on to play Ottawa for 3 games at home. Their next games that they'll play is they'll take a road trip to the Bell MTS Center in Winnipeg, play the Jets. Their first meeting against the Jets this season is shot wide and taken off by Hughes. Backhands are thrown into center into the Canadian zone. Here is Edler to try to push in. Another Canadiens player fell down. Canucks have to get onside. They'll shoot through. Here's a hit by Roussel on Romanov. Canucks in front could not put the puck in. Evans with a good deke through. 26-15 hits favor, although it's now 26-16, favor the Canucks still. Shot in. Holtby hit the boards. He went out to play the puck, and then there's a big check behind the play as this comes out at center. Shot in there by Beagle. Puck comes in behind the net of Montreal. Here's Sherratt. And a good hit at the wall here. Schmidt circling around. Taken out by Horvat. Horvat through to center. What's the score? Oh, sorry, I didn't see you, XEO Trooper. 16:50 to go in the game. Canadiens 2, Canucks nothing. Here's a pass in front, and Deneau could not score there. Puck comes down the ice, no icing. So they can change. But here's Tatar. Tatar looks, backhands over to Suzuki. And the Canucks are able to pick off an Anderson pass. A Josh Anderson pass. Hughes to Pettersson. Back for Hughes. And now JT Miller. Miller behind the net. Goes to Besser. Besser drops it. Shot. Score! Ben! 2-1. This might be... Who's this going to go to here, though? I thought it was Ben. This is going to be a Pettersson goal. He scores his first of the season. And this could change around the whole season. Oh, are you a Canadiens fan? Oh. Miller to Ben. And this will go off of the stick of Pettersson, who looks to the ceiling finally. his first goal of this. Yep, that's a tap down. His first goal of the year off of Jamie Benn's brother's shot right through the legs of Carey Price. And there's the enthusiasm. And are they trying to see? Are they trying to see if the stick is over the crossbar? Is that what Claude Julien's reviewing? No, well, no review now. It is 2-1. The Canucks finally finding a way to break in. And Pettersson scores his first goal of the year. Here comes Perry behind the net. He scored a goal today. Perry got it on a cross. A shot blocked. But it's kept in. Another chance. And a save by Holtby. And the puck is loose. Perry. And banked off the boards. And thrown into the Montreal zone. And it will be icing against the Canucks. And so Pettersson finally scores. And right down from the line, and there's Perry as well, still trying to. Hit it there. Here's Myers. To Mott. Also interesting thing, I forgot that. Corey Perry's last goal that he had scored before the goal to go up 2-0, and that's 2-1, now which was the go-ahead, was the goal, Game 5, double overtime goal, shot blocked, and the Canucks can't get it out. And there's a shot by Romanoff also blocked in the Stanley Cup Final, the double overtime goal against Tampa Bay in Game 5. No, he's not. No, he's not. I'll argue with this. I will have this. I will have this argument because I've talked about it all day today. That was not an illegal hit. That was not a penalty at all. That was a check up here, up to the chest. The head went back. Not a penalty. Not a penalty at all. He's not a dirty player. He's just a physical player who was a little angry that they were losing. It's not a dirty hit at all. No question about it that was not dirty. Puck comes to center and taken by Virtanen. Virtanen over to Edler. Edler shoots through. And over to Sherratt, who takes a hit. And the pass across. Shot by Schmidt. Blocked. Taken by Hughes. Hughes off the left line. Hughes a shot in front. That might have gotten blocked as well. Here's Schmidt. Shoots to the wall. Pearson from Sherratt. And now banging away at it. It's the Hoglander. Can't get it out. An intercepted shot over the glove. And too far. Here's Hughes. Shoots in again. Pass across. Horvat. Backhander. Save. Made. Another chance. Horvat still. Off the wall. Kept in by the Canucks. They buzz. Shot in again. Shot Hoglander. Score! The Canucks have tied it. Niels Hoglander. It's 2-2. With the Canucks now only trailing by 6 shots on goal and a shot off wide. And there was the keep in. And there was the puck through over Horvat in there. And then Hoglander eventually got this puck as it came to the front of the net. And that was just a seeing eye shot past Carey Price. And Vancouver ties it at 2. And back again, the Canadiens in! Toe dragging a backhander! Oh, and Gallagher, who was not great on that last play, almost went to the goal and gave Montreal a 3-2 lead. Back in again. Came the Canucks on the center. And Hughes. Straddles in his own zone. Over to Mott. Mott is in. Mott a shot and a save by Price. And they're starting to win battles. Vancouver is. Roussel to the line, and it went right off of where Myers was, and Holtby goes to grab it. Braden Holtby spins, and Perry tried to go get it. Here's Myers. Also, Tyler Myers kind of, with the fight and everything, got away from that. Tied up. Hughes shot in front. Holtby is down, and he makes the save. As that was almost point-blank range. So a Pettersson deflection and then a seeing eye shot by Hoglander. It is a tie. 2-2 game in Vancouver. Canucks and Habs. Canadiens. Yep, absolutely. Also, Jordy Ben with an assist, which was really nice. I'm pretty excited, but still very nervous.
Hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com, the largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere.
Yeah, they have really taken it to Philadelphia here. And the Flyers would have actually taken the lead over the East Division with a win here. And they are probably not going to get any points. 5-1, and it should be late, too. It shouldn't be... Also, I didn't do the predictions, so we can do that after this game is over. And we can also... I know GDD Games wanted to talk about making videos. Also, that deflection for Pettersson, it kind of looked like they wanted to review if it went up high. It was a high stick, but they said no. Here's Myers with the check. Back at the board still. Canucks are going to move on it. 3-on-2. Try to shift the pass. Good deflection by Montreal to get out of the zone. Here's Myers, shoots in. Slow to get up his feet, one of the Canadiens. Here's a hit there by Roussel off the boards. Mott trying to get away with it. Roussel. And stick to win up high, but not a high stick. Canadiens to move up with it. Deflected. Trying to get to the line. Canadiens keep in. Kotkaniemi. Pass. And there is Beagle to slap it out of the zone. Canadiens change. Canucks change. Lehkonen, and he goes to Byron. Paul Byron. Goes back to Evans. Evans to the line. Over to Weber. Shot. That one went wide. Pettersson. Yeah. Gonna go over. Or Levy, that was back on it. A shot that slinked wide of the goal. Talked about how Levy was late to get back after he pinched in the Perry goal. And a battle on the boards. McEwen with the push. He's trying to get high with his hands. They got to work on not doing that. They may start calling a penalty or whatnot. They're taken out by Weber. And a hit by McEwen. And Virtanen spikes the puck through. Here's Sherratt off the boards. Taken out and back by Hughes. A shoot in here is not a bad idea. Tatar pulls in a shot. Score. Gallagher, 3-2. And Hughes, I think, made a bad play because instead of just getting it out, I think he should have cleared it. He should have dumped it in, and I think really just the Tatar turnover. I think Hughes should have just shot it in and let his Vancouver teammates go for a change, and Tatar moves this through. Now, they may be looking for an offside here. Is that what they're looking at? It'd be an interesting interesting play to look at. Now, are they looking at it? Because this could happen. Now the puck is on, but there are skates off. So this puck is over, but those skates are touching. Danault is offside, guys. I think this is offside. Watch Philip Danault on this play, and Vancouver is challenging for an offside. They have the call on the ice is a goal, but Danault's skates look to be offside. They both look to be on the ice. So here's the pitch, right? So Tatar comes across, and then here's Danault, right? Those can't tell on that angle. But then that's a perfect shot by Brendan Gallagher, a guy I really like. But those skates look to be off. Those skates by Philip Danault look to be offside. Cormier and Brisebois, the French-Canadian referees, see if they linesmen, see if they confer that it is a goal for the French-Canadian team. It's a good goal, 3-2. So they're saying this will be onside, this will be a goal, this will be 3-2 Habs. And Vancouver's going to be killing a penalty for a delay of game because the challenge missed. So I would agree as well. It's clearly offside, and we're not being Canucks homers. It's clearly offside. The skates of Danault are both dragging on the ice. Clearly, you could see that the skates are offside while that puck is offside. Because they called it onside. They're saying it's a goal, but we're saying that it should have been offside because Philip Danault's skates were over the line while the puck was over the line. But it's a Canadiens power play, and they lead by a goal. Canucks have to tie it again now. Here's Petrie. Shoots! Saved by Holtby, no rebound.
Special CBC News 50 state investigation uncovers new information. Rerun the secret videos. New night on Thursday at 9 on CBC and CBC Channel.
But they called it onside. So no matter if you think it's offside or onside, it doesn't matter because the referees and the linesmen called it onside. Yeah, that would be nice. Petrie, Sutter took it away. I have no idea, but they called it a goal. They called it a goal onside. I have no idea how that's onside. Yep. Thank you for conferring with us that was offside. I won't use the excuse that I want to use because it's not right. Pass off the wall, 34 seconds left in the power play. Gallagher, and that got blocked around. Mott is heading. Short-handed, here come the Canucks over to Price, and he takes it away for Romanoff. Back by the Montreal bench to the Vancouver bench. Backs it up and cleared down the ice. Yeah, well, no, not just that, but the excuse that's not right, I'll tell you now, is the two linesmen are French-Canadian linesmen. Michel Cormier, and I forget the other one's name. So that would have been the other thing that you could have said. Now, that's not true, of course, but that is a jokey thing that you could say. Canucks back off the wall. The penalty is killed. Here's Hoglander, who scored the tying goal. Hoglander moves in. Backhander save. Rebound, Horvat! The puck is loose, and it's in behind the net. And Roussel goes to Edler. Slap shot, Schmidt. Up over the glove. Can the Canadiens get it out? They cannot. Edler shoots in. Romanoff to go grab it. A check by the boards. Hit by the boards, and the Canadiens need a change. Will they be able to get it? I believe they will. Here's Schmidt. 8:09 to go in the third period. Montreal 3, Vancouver 2. Puck pinched in over for Price to Dangle. Behind his net, and he turned it over. And now the Canadiens win a battle. And they get it into the Vancouver zone. Schmidt back away. And here's a break. Horvat just could not get the puck. It was a little rolly on him. Horvat back across Myers. Oli, and he just couldn't get it in through. Back over for Hughes. Back pass. And Price is trying to hold it down. He cannot. Here's Besser away from defense. Besser back on the boards. Canucks try to pass in for Horvat. Can't get it to go. Here's the breakaway for the Canadiens. Score. Drouin, 4-2 Habs. So, another bad turnover at the line after the Canucks were pushing, and now Jonathan Drouin goes on the backhander right between the legs of Braden Holtby, and it is the Canadiens by 2 goals. I'm aware. So now the Canucks trailing by 2 goals again. Remember, they trailed 2-0 coming into the third. They trail 4-2. Back from the boards. I said I'm aware about that whole thing with blowing a call. Roussel, there's a hit at the wall off from Petrie. McEwen, and now it's Toffoli. He's hit, and it comes back to Hughes. Hughes turns to center. A few more losses for the Canucks. Would you think of firing the coach? Because I don't think that's a bad idea. Maybe you want a more playoff experienced guy than Travis Green, because it's kind of continued this way, but most of these Canucks games have gone this way this season, which is really, I thought this team could be a team to win the division, one of the top teams in the National Hockey League. And I know it's early, but still, especially in a 56-game season. Edler behind the net. Gone over to Miller. Back through to Besser. And here are the Canucks. Pass across. Edler behind to wrap it. No. Pettersson trying to jar the puck loose from where Deneau has it just stifled at the boards. If it doesn't move for a few more seconds, referees will probably call it dead. Now they will. So 4-2 with 5:39 to go in the third. Canadiens are on top by 2.
Did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip Hop Group Tag Team to help you plan dessert. Switch today and see all the ways you can save.
Oh, we'll see what happens with this third period that ended up actually pretty good for the Canucks, but has just gotten obliterated after that goal that was a missed call by the referees, the officials. I don't know if you guys are into this or whatnot, but I just remembered because they've been showing this commercial all night. In about 27 minutes. Not on like ESPN or anything you can watch, but on pay-per-view, they're gonna have the Poirier Conor McGregor UFC fight. So I don't know if you guys were interested in that. I'm not gonna buy it, of course. I'm just gonna wait till like 1, 2 in the morning and just watch the highlights on ESPN. But I find it kind of cool. I don't mind boxing, and I think McGregor is a really good athlete. I don't know if you were interested, if any of you were interested in that. Obviously, again, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to stream it, but I just didn't know if you guys were like, I don't know anything about that sport anyway. Off the boards, Schmidt can't get there, and Gallagher beat Schmidt. How did he beat him? Or, excuse me, Evans beat Schmidt. He just turned off the boards. He was able to go and beat him off the rush. Here's Sherratt, and Hoglander tries to pinch it through. Cannot, and did the puck come out of play here? And I know that they are giving Schmidt props to coming back defensively, and that was nice, but these Canadiens team is so fast. How nobody can really come back and beat them there is really interesting. Again, a team that hasn't lost in regulation. It's only lost twice. The first game to these Canucks in a shootout, and also a game in overtime to the Leafs, the opener of the season in Toronto, where they were up multiple goals too. There's Price, and the Canadiens are going to have a chance here. 2-on-1. Evans shoots. Glove saved by Holtby. Or Anderson, excuse me, shoots. Glove saved by Holtby with 4:44 to go. Kakinemi, Jesperi Kakinemi, Corey Perry, Tyler Toffoli, Ben Sherratt, and Shea Weber on the ice for the Canadiens. Here's Tyler Myers. He takes a hit. Back from the left circle. And Flip Miller, a swing and a miss. Kakinemi tries to shoot it in. It comes. He does. He is able to. Their ability to keep the puck in is pretty interesting. Now, 27-22 shots on goal are kind of close. The Canucks now trail only by 2. Braden Holtby goes to the bench. Extra attacker on the ice for the Canucks. I don't believe there's a penalty yet. No penalty. They just went early for this. Here's Hughes. Into the middle. Can't allow any breaks here. Pettersson, who's got a goal today. Over to Hughes. It was the first of the game for the Canucks and early in that third period. And off of Miller. Puck will scoot into the Vancouver zone. Can Toffoli get there? Toffoli behind the net. Hit by his former teammate Alexander Edler. And now Pettersson. And now Hughes. Quinn Hughes delays and goes to the corners. Here's Miller. Pass there for Horvat. Back from Edler. He can't get the closed presence he wanted. Taken away. Now to Pettersson. Over to Alexander Edler. And drop back to Hughes. Shot it in there. Here's Hoglander offside. .3:19 to go in the third period. 4-2 Canadiens. Canucks need some help. Is that German? I don't know what that is. No. It didn't see. It first seemed like German, but then I saw some stuff that didn't look completely like it was in German. Puck behind the Montreal net and pass to the boards. It's a 6-on-5 for Vancouver, but they've got no goaltender. He's out on the bench. Here's a shot from Myers on the point that deflected off of a stick, down the ice, and in the goal. No, it went wide. Or did it? It is a goal. Edmondson did fire it in, and it's 5-2 Canadiens, and another terrible finish for Vancouver. And the Canucks have to do some soul-searching. They have to figure this one out, and I don't know if it's just a slow start of the season or if something to do with the organization, maybe. I think it's kind of one of those things where something has to change. There's got to be a straight up, as that was a shot from center. They've got to figure out a way to get some life in this team, which I believe still can compete for a championship.
Another challenge again. You look at playing 3 straight games against the same team in the same building. One thing you have to be able to do is try to make some adjustments. And Vancouver, the adjustments that they're going to have to deal with from this series is the turnovers, the automatic pressures, a lot of
Icing. And went off the boards as Mott shot in on Price. And that's about it. I get that, but I'd rather the game winner be with 10:30 left in the third than be like in the middle of the second period and get all those breaks. There's a shot in on Price. Goalie's in. It's 5-on-5. Goalie's in for Vancouver. If they get another goal, though, Holtby probably leaves. And Horvat tried to keep in, and he slams his stick down. These kind of Vancouver, before they play Ottawa, they gotta like find a way to, what's a way you can kind of like with your teammates just connect a little bit? Maybe a video game night or a team dinner or something like that. They've got to find a way to kind of connect in that way. And there's not really animosity for other teammates, but the Canucks have to become a band of brothers, and they've got to do it quickly. Do I like Price? Yeah, I really do like Price. I think he's a great goaltender, but it just always seems like either Price is in battles against teams that I like or teams that I have friends and family that like. So in playoff battles or regular season battles, so I've never really had an opportunity to almost never ever to root for Carey Price in a playoff series. And the only one real playoff series where I was able to root for Carey Price was the 2014 conference final in the East. And because I hate the Rangers. Breakaway in, Drouin, saved by Holtby. And I like the Rangers. No, I hate the Rangers. And Kreider ran over Price and then Tokarski, and we all know what happened after that. But I do like Carey Price. I think he's a really good goaltender. I also think when Knight for the Florida Panthers and the U.S. hockey team and World Juniors when he was called the next Carey Price. I thought that was a bit of an insult to Carey Price. You really can't replace him. Shot by Sherratt. Up loose. Backhander Evans. Holtby down. And he makes the save. 1:17 to go in the third. And the Canucks will make line changes. Will I be live Sunday? Yes. I will be live tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 Pacific, 11:30 Central, 10:30 Mountain, and 9:30 Pacific time, AM for all those, and 12:30 PM for those in the East Coast like me for Chicago and Detroit. And then I will also, and then I'll be doing right after that, I'll be doing triple header. I'll be doing both of the NFL Conference Championship games between the Packers and the Buccaneers and Buffalo and Kansas City. Good hit off the boards. And the Canucks try to get some interior position now. Late in this game, already lost it. And off the boards, Suzuki. Here's Myers. He'll spin around in his own zone. Gets it to Schmidt with 10 seconds left in the hockey game. Canucks down by 3. Myers will lift this all the way down. And Evans with the puck will jostle it away. And another bad loss. This not as bad as the second one, though. And Carey Price has just won his 350th game in the National Hockey League, the 5th youngest to ever do it, behind Terry Sawchuk, Patrick Waugh, Marc-Andre Fleury, and Martin Brodeur, who I believe is the greatest hockey player to ever live. So, good game by the Canadiens. They'll head home for a meeting with another team Josh has a liking with, Calgary. All right, so before okay, cool. I saw you say that. All right, before we do that, let's talk about games that are going on now, and let's go ahead and talk about predictions for tomorrow, and also we could talk about streaming for GDD games. Let's do predictions for tomorrow first. Oh, actually, no. Let's look at the hockey so far. 3-2 Blues right now. I'm watching that game right now. Blues go-ahead goal scored by David Perron from Robert Thomas to put them up by 3-1 after Vince Dunn scored from Thomas and Hoffman. But Dustin Brown has made it a 1-goal game from Kopitar and Doughty. Also, the first goal was scored by Torrey Krug. I don't know if I said that before. Tim Stutzel. He's good. I remember this guy. This guy, I don't remember his name, but this guy talking that does like the intermission for the Blues on Fox Sports Midwest used to actually be the color commentator for the St. Louis Blues before Darren Pang took over. Both guys are really good. 6-1 Bruins thump Philadelphia. We know what happened with Montreal and Vancouver. The suspended Carolina-Florida game. Columbus beat Tampa Bay earlier today 5-2. Shots on goal 32. Tampa to Columbus is 28. Canadiens at 33 to Vancouver's 25. Boston at 26 to Philadelphia's 17. And right now, the only game going on right now is St. Louis and LA, but in about 12 minutes, puck should drop in Winnipeg in the MTS Bell Center for the game for Ottawa and Winnipeg. It's 10-11 in the intermission. All right, let's talk about tomorrow's games. The first game to start, well, not the first game to start, but Buffalo versus Washington. I don't think Calgary's playing. Well, Calgary's not playing Montreal tomorrow. We're not predicting that game. Calgary's playing Toronto, but we'll get to that. Hold on a second. St. Louis. Buffalo plays Washington. Who wins that game? I say Capitals 4-2 Oshie. So again, who scores that? Who wins that? And who scores the goal? I'm saying Oshie 4-2 Caps. I'm gonna keep on going here. Vegas versus Arizona. Actually, no, let's do Calgary first. Okay. I'm saying Calgary against Toronto. I'm saying Calgary wins 4-3. Game winner Lindholm. Then for Arizona and Vegas, Vegas wins 3-2 in overtime. Game winning goal Stone. Penguins versus the Rangers. Rangers 5, Pittsburgh 1. Game-winning goal for the Rangers is going to be scored by Zibanejad. Minnesota hosting the Sharks. Game-winning goal scored by the captain, 3-1, Spurgeon for the Wild. Wild win Spurgeon. Kings play the Blues. 2-1 in overtime. Kopitar. Kings beat the Blues. Dallas hosts Nashville. Predators win 2-0. Game-winning goal, Duchesne. Matt Duchesne against the Stars. Colorado against Anaheim. Avalanche win 4-3. Game-winning goal to be scored by Brandon Saad. Edmonton, Winnipeg. Oilers win 3-0. Nugent Hopkins. Okay. Devils versus the Islanders. This is the home game for the Devils. I don't think I'll have this game, but 4-3 in overtime. Hughes. Devils win. And then I'll just wait till you guys are done with this week, and I'll make our picks for a game that we'll probably all be watching between two teams that are in GDD Games is Blue Jackets division. Devils lose 4-0. You're mean. That could happen though. It's still mind-boggling that the best team out of all of my 3 teams so far is New Jersey. I mean, I guess that's good, but I would say right now the most competitive division is the North, but the best division, I used to think was the East coming in, but I don't think it's the East anymore. I think the best division by far right now is the Central or whatever they call it. You know, with the Blue Jackets and the. Because I called you it again. I'm sorry. I say Josh so much because he's been on my stream for so long that I just keep calling you that sometimes. Anyway, we're all ready? All right, let's go. Well, Josh, I'm waiting for your Devils score so we can get to Chicago, Detroit, and then we can help GDD Games with streaming. Devils win 3-2 Gustav. Okay. Because Gustav hasn't had the best of seasons so far. All right, Detroit and Chicago. I'll go first. Red Wings 5, Chicago 4. Red Wings 6, Chicago 4. Bertuzzi. So I'll wait for your 2 predictions for that game, and then we'll go to help GDD Games on some brainstorming for stuff videos he can make, and then we will go right, and then the stream's going to end. I'm ready. I'm ready for the score. Nice. Just waiting for you, GDD Games.
Hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com. The largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere. Every NHL team and all the players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com. A Fanatics experience. The team everybody loves. The team at NHL Network. Catch up with the news of the day on NHL Now. Get instant analysis with NHL Tonight. Top it off with On the Fly. Every game matters. All season long on NHL Network.
I said it. Oh, I see. I'm a dork. All right, for the final thing of the stream, let's help GD Games. So, what types of videos do you want? Do you want to do highlight videos? Do you want to live stream? Do you want to create you have to? So, if you want to be a content creator, specifically a hockey content creator or sports content creator, you have to figure out what you like, what you enjoy. So, I like highlights specifically from playoffs, so I'll do playoff goals, stuff like that. I also love goal horns, so I won't create goal horns because I'm not going to create them with a computer, and I'm not going to post other people's goal horn contents. But I'll do stuff where it's old goal horns in the new NHL, or new goal horns in the old NHL, or NHL goal horns in a football game, or some stuff like that. Montage highlights other stuff. Okay, so so what you would do is, let's say you are finding, you are really into, let me just get it up. Let's say you're really into like a highlight 3D animation. Yeah, I don't know how to help you with that because I'm not good at that. But if you are, like, let's say you're really into, because you said montage highlights, like game-winning goals of, I don't know, of Line A or something. Let's just say you're a random player. He's playing for Columbus now. So you would just, what you would do is you would copy, you would copy and paste a YouTube video of like a Line A goal or whatever, or a game, or just any video that you can find that you think like, and try to search and just search stuff that'll be relevant. Sometimes you can do some research. It's like when I do 90s, when I'm doing 90s Game 6 winning goals, I do research by going on Wikipedia and finding out who scored those goals and where they were, and shifting through the videos. And no, you don't need to screen record. No, you don't need to screen record at all. You can find them on YouTube. You can find these videos on YouTube. You just search it on YouTube. You just search like a game or a goal or just whatever. You can find a lot of stuff on YouTube. Once you get past like the 2004 and stuff, older than that, it's kind of hard to find stuff. But you can find stuff. If you really dig and look, you can find stuff. And you can definitely download and use videos that I've made as well, if you want to, because you can find some of those as well. Do your research, look for videos and stuff, and then when you have a video, you just copy and paste the name of the video. No, I don't get copyrighted. Yeah, I don't. I've only got copyrighted like in certain countries where they won't let you put in. I've done it all the time. You just check my videos. You just copy paste other people's videos, and you just kind of like you put it into this site. You obviously that's a YouTube converter, and if you obviously you can't just do any video and just say it's yours, or they'll just say they'll claim it and say this is our video. You know, you're not getting any money off of this. So what you do is you basically, when you download, when you are converting the video into a site of whatever of that site, and you put it into an iMovie or whatever converter you're using to create the video and upload it to YouTube, you have an introduction, like a copyright in LA Kings. But you can still use it though, right? They're gonna copyright you no matter what. YouTube is very annoying that way. Unless you screen record something, they really get at you. But did your video get completely blocked, or did they just say, this is not your content? It's fine. It's not a strike, but any money that comes from this video is going to go to the user of the video. Did they say that? Because if you want, when you download it and it's like you want to upload to YouTube, you can write in it, type in it, and say, this is not my content. This content is all rights and reserved, owned by NHL, Conyo 19, Serg 72. Those are hockey YouTubers and stuff. Hey, how can I watch the live stream? If you mean just watching it here, you can. If you mean the game, you would just look up the game that we're doing. It says Canucks and Canadiens. That game's over. The Canadiens won 5-2. We're just helping one of our friends, GDD Games, try to learn how to convert videos and create videos for his channel, since he's an up and coming YouTuber. Once that's over, we're gonna end the stream. We're just kind of talking right now. We're not streaming anything right now. But if you come tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be streaming Blackhawks and Red Wings, and then after that, be streaming some NFL playoff conference final football games. So it'll be a very busy stream tomorrow. But right now, we're just kind of discussing things. We're just talking. We're not. There's not really. It's not really a stream anymore. But thank you for stopping by. It's claimed. Yeah, they do that. I've gotten my stuff claimed as well. That's not bad though. That's not bad. If it gets claimed, that's just saying that they knew where you took it from. That's all that is. That's not a you're fine. You're fine. You're not going to get you're not going to have that much of a problem. Also, something to do. This is what try to do that. This is what I do as well. Do you have NHL TV, GDD games? Because this is something that I do for my videos that you'll see. I did it in my last video, and they came back, and this is a technique that I like to do that I think you could find pretty good. So, do you have NHL TV? Because no, you do not. Okay. If you want to get NHL TV, or you could just use it on Fox Sports Ohio and stuff. But what I like to do is on NHL TV, you can get a game on TV and watch it. But you can also get the radio broadcast. So what I do is if a game is like in the last 3 minutes or it gets to overtime, what I'll do is I take my phone and I record. I'll record the game on my phone. And obviously, remembering when you upload to say this is the NHL's property, nobody's else, but I record the game on my phone. And what I do is I then, or not on my phone, on my computer or whatever it is, but I record it. And then what I'll do with that is at the same time, I have the radio of the radio call going on a separate window, NHL radio. So let's say this. Let's say the Penguins and the Flyers are going to overtime in Pittsburgh. And Mike Lange is calling the game on radio, but like some other broadcaster I don't want is not. So what I'll do is I'll mute the game on TV, on the computer or on TV, and I'll have the radio going, and I'll screen record it or record my phone, whichever, and then you have the Penguins game, and then when the final call is made, I'll then upload it to YouTube. Now, the radio broadcast is usually either super ahead or super behind the TV broadcast for some reason. So then what I do is I upload it to YouTube and then download it back to my computer, the broadcast that I recorded from an MP4, which is a video, to an MP3, which is sound, and then download what the NHL broadcast, what the NHL used as their TV, as the NHL highlight of that game, and then put the MP3 of the broadcast that I screen recorded to the MP4, so they go together. And then instead of like John Forslund calling the game, you get Mike Lange calling the game like it's actual, and that's a way that I record games. Like, for example, I'm making all overtime game winners in the regular season, and Chris Cuthbert did the Leafs Canadiens game, but I did the screen recording thing, so you get Joe Bowen calling it when you see my video, which I don't think you can find anywhere else on YouTube. I haven't found anywhere else who had the Joe Bowen call. So it's a little tricky. There's a few steps there, but once you realize how it's doing, like the way I do it, like since I've been doing highlight videos and goal videos and stuff for like a year and a half, so it's really efficient for me. Like my brain works like a machine. It'll be hard to do, and it will be kind of bad the first few times you do it, but once you get the hang of it, it's really enjoyable. It's stressful, but it's enjoyable. If you ever kind of bored on your computer, I like to do that. Like sometimes in my dorm, I'll do that. In fact, sometimes when I had a lecture hall, it got so boring that while the teacher was talking about like stuff like the mitochondrial process in my biology class, and it was like boring, I would just sit in the back and just like create a playoff goal video. Now I know not to do that always because school is important, but once you get the hang of it, it's the highlight videos are really fun to do. And personally, if you want to make your way as a YouTuber and a career as a YouTuber, then you're going to have to learn how to screen record. You're going to have to get giant Macs and learn Mac computers and learn how to do all those technicalities, because then you'll be claimed by other people. And if your videos go viral, you won't get the money. But if you're just trying to YouTube for fun and it's just something cool, then definitely do that. I'm not going to be a professional YouTuber. I'm not I'm not a guy like a Ninja or Madry Bread or anything like that. I'm gonna make my life living by broadcasting hockey for real, but I love to do YouTube stuff. So hopefully you can do that as well. And tomorrow, if you have any questions, you can ask me during the stream. We'll be there for a triple header. Possibly quadruple header, one to the Devils Islanders, but I don't think we're going to get to do that game. It'll start with Chicago and Detroit at 12:30 Eastern. Then at like 3:30, 3:40 Eastern, I think we'll go to Tampa Bay and Green Bay, and then Buffalo. It should be Cleveland, Buffalo, and the Chiefs, and that'll be tomorrow. So good night, everybody. Happy hockey, everybody, and hopefully we got a Detroit win and whoever else you want in the NFL playoffs. See you tomorrow. But just announcing what games that I'm doing tomorrow. And that you can talk to me about them tomorrow during the triple stream.